his way. Hey, rock the cornet, come on, secret. Hey, rock the dons back to Lafayette.
Welcome to Upper Lafayette on the Move. I'm Jan Swift. We're honored to have as today's guest, Cherie Guilbeault-Huval, local pharmacist and owner of Guilbeault's Thriftway Pharmacy in Karen Crow. So, Cherie, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad to have you here. We met first, I don't even know if you remember this, but you were on, you were a friend of Ross Judy's.
Yes, I did.
And so Ross was one of our first presidents of Upper Lafayette, and you came to one of our early crawfish boils. And I think we hit it off back then.
Yes, we did.
And I had no idea about the successful business, your family legacy, and your connections to Karen Crow. And I would like to take today's show as an opportunity to let you talk and kind of fill us in on your background, where you grew up, your family, and what you're doing today in your business. So maybe talk about first where you grew up and your family.
Well, first of all, I am adopted, and I was adopted as a baby, and my parents are Paul and Donna Guilbeault, and so I was raised in Karen Crow, and I went to Karen Crow Catholic, and then I went to Turlings, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do when I was getting out of high school, and so my dad suggested that I go into pharmacy, and so that's what I did. So
you went up to UL Monroe.
Right.
It wasn't called that, I guess. It was
Northeast
Eastern.
Louisiana, NLU.
Yeah,
right.
But that's a tough school.
Yeah, it is. My dad graduated from pharmacy school there, and my mom graduated from college there. And I went to LSU my freshman year because I had some scholarship money, and then I went to NLU because that's where the pharmacy school is. And it was a cultural shock for me. But I made a lot of friends, and some other friends from here went up to pharmacy school too, and in fact a couple of them that I graduated from Turlings with. So we had our own little South Louisiana group up in North Louisiana.
So your parents, the Guilbeaults, I mean there are a lot of well-known Guilbeaults in the area. Is that the Guilbeault family with Prejans or the John Guilbeault, Acadian Hills group? Is that they're all related?
It's distantly related.
There's so many Guilbeaults.
Yeah, there are.
So yours is BEAU.
Right.
Just to clarify that. So you went to college, and then you came back to the Karen Crow area?
Actually, I moved to Arkansas after that. Was married, and my husband got a job there, and then we moved to Houston. And I worked for Walmart for a long time.
Okay,
and
as a pharmacist? As
a pharmacist and a manager. And then at that point, I had one son, and then I had a daughter, and she lived about a year. She died of a heart defect. And then we moved. It was kind of a turning point in my life. I wanted to come home, you know, and so we moved back. And Walmart transferred me back. I asked for the transfer, and they were really good to me. And then when my dad's assistant pharmacist decided to move, I took his position. And then eventually I grew into the manager position, and my dad retired, and then I took over the store.
Let's talk about the store. I mean, right now you're on St. Peter.
Right.
In downtown Karen Crow. Where was the original pharmacy? Was that the site?
The original pharmacy was on University, and it's where Pizzaville is now.
Okay, so a lot of people know that area.
Right.
Yeah, that's very well traveled.
Yeah.
So when did your dad open that? Do you know?
1964, the year I was born. And then the year they adopted me. And then and he was there with Dr. Claus. They were partners. So the doctor's office and the pharmacy were both there. And then they decided to build their own business building, and that's where we are now on St. Peter Street.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Well,
so you're right by City Hall. I mean, you're right in the
next door.
Mix of everything.
Right.
Downtown.
Yeah.
So you joined your father.
Yeah, I joined him when he was in the new building, and then, like I said, he kind of groomed me, and you know, as you know, we worked together a long time. I'm very thankful for that. He's deceased now.
What about your mother?
My mother's still alive,
Oh.
and yeah, she's doing well.
Good.
And so I was fortunate to work with my dad, and I learned a lot of his wisdom and business ideas over time. And in 2008, I bought the store from him, and that's when I expanded. And I added the coffee bar where we serve lunch and desserts. And we have Wi-Fi. People come in sometimes just to study. And then, and I also added a compounding lab. And I added to our gift shop, we had a small gift shop, and we added monogramming to that. So we do in-store monogramming and personalization of the gifts. And we also added some medical equipment. We have an LPN, a nurse on staff that fits people for CPAPs, and, you know, that have sleep apnea. And anyway, I have a great educated staff.
I want to kind of wind back what you're saying and just go through it. Where you are in Karen Crow is probably one of the best spots because you're on Main Street, right by the big church. You're right by great restaurants, you know, the pottery shop. You've got so much going on, but I want to back up and let's talk about you. So first of all, you're a pharmacist.
Right.
I guess before you look at yourself as a business owner. It's a very high-end compounding shop. And if you could talk about that, I'm not sure that a lot of people know what compound pharmacy, like what you offer. I know as an older woman, I kind of know that I get things compounded and I can rub it on, and it's not really like medication. There's some ways y'all can do things that make it easier on the body, and doctors really kind of fine-tune what medication they want people to have. But can you talk about that first, what you do?
Yeah, we do several different types of testing. We work with physicians, and we do a lot of hormone therapy. It's a safer way to take hormones. Our favorite is topical. That's the safest way. And we test, and
it's like a cream that you just kind of rub in.
And we do other things too. We do pain gels, and we do specialty oral medications that people can't get. Sometimes we have a child that can't take the flavor of a certain medication, so we can make it, you know, with a particular flavor. So we can do just about anything.
Like cough syrups and things. You can make it taste good to them.
Right. Yep. We do a real good cough syrup with.
What do kids like?
Watermelon.
Really?
Watermelon.
Not grape or orange. But
grape would be up there too. Yes. Watermelon and grape. Cotton candy.
Cotton
candy.
That's another one.
Yeah. So. So we pretty much try to accommodate, you know, specific needs, you know, that aren't met by the
average
pharmaceutical industry, right?
I don't think there are many in Upper Lafayette Parish. I know that we were talking off camera. I know there probably are some, but I don't think this is mainstream. I think this is pretty unique to the Karen Crow area.
Yeah, it is, and we do consulting also with men or women. We do hormone therapy for men and women.
Oh, I didn't know that. Men.
Yes. And yeah, women go through menopause and men go through andropause. So.
Well, I'm not going to ask about that, but that'll be another show. We all have our issues.
Yes, that's right. But and we do, you know, as you well know, I've furthered my education.
Yeah, tell us about that. I know you just got further certified in your craft.
What got me started was I had quite a few people coming up, you know, in the pharmacy asking me if a certain supplement was good to take with their medication, their prescription medication, or if that would work, or if it interacted with certain things. And I didn't know the answers to that. And they don't teach us that in pharmacy school. And so I started researching, and I'd gone to a hormone seminar in New Orleans, and I was so impressed with the physician that spoke that I met her and started asking questions. And well, come to find out, she is the head of the fellowship at South Florida Medical School, and there is a program. And so I entered that program. It took me probably about 2.5 years because I work full-time.
You're working full-time and you have boys,
right.
And you've got children. Yeah.
And so I studied every chance I got because I really like it and I enjoyed it. And anyway, so then I took my test about a year ago and passed that, and so now I'm educated and I can help people and answer the questions when they come up and ask me. And so I even get referrals from physicians sometimes, because even physicians, most physicians are not educated.
They're not trained in that.
Not in that, nope.
And what about people that have multiple doctors? They're probably taking different meds and then taking supplements and all, so you can help them kind of figure out what they should do and maybe what they shouldn't do.
Right, yes.
And help the doctors too, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the interaction's deadly at times.
Right. And we deal with interactions between prescription medications and between prescription medications and supplements. And you know, supplements and anti-aging medicine are such a hot thing right now. It's really the medicine of the future, probably.
But people don't realize there's still medicines in your body. I mean, we've lost a few friends from people taking supplements, and they would either overdose on potassium, like simple things that we don't know.
Yeah.
And we think we're helping ourselves, and we may not be.
Right. Yeah, I mean, many people think that just because it says natural, it's safe, and that is not always the case. In fact, many times it's not. And so it's important to have someone that knows and is educated in that type of in natural medicine, to be able to recommend supplements that'll work and won't interact with people's medication.
Right. So you've got the pharmacy going on, and when did you decide to really upgrade your store, the store part of the pharmacy? Because when you walk in, I've got to tell people, there are desserts at the front counter. You've got a wonderful breakfast and luncheon area. I mean, there's like places to eat, wonderful desserts, a very accommodating staff, and delicious food. I mean, did your dad do all that, or was that something you expounded on once you were there?
Yeah, I expounded and
you let it rip. I mean, it's really nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to go to work every day and have fun. And I love coffee and desserts and I love everything. Yeah, I mean, it's really my home, you know, and I spend more waking hours there than I do at home. And
you do?
Probably.
Well, I guess so, yeah.
So I just wanted to make it really comfortable. My staff is like family.
Well, the cooks, I mean, they're bakers, they're really fun. When you go in there, it's fun looking at everything.
Yeah,
so they bake it all there, right?
Yes, right.
The desserts and everything?
Yep.
There's beautiful cakes and pastries and soups and all kinds of things.
Yeah, and Deidre's famous for her grits and shrimp.
I didn't know that.
Yep, and brisket sandwiches.
Spicy or what?
Spicy, yeah. Not overly spicy, but yeah, average. But it's people come for that sometimes, and and we serve smoothies and
Healthy
lattes
smoothies?
And healthy.
Can you get green smoothies?
No, but we're actually about to
Fruit.
add that. Fruit smoothies right now. We're about to do green. Yeah.
For breakfast?
Any time of the day.
We were talking to Dylan that films our show, and he was like, I don't know about that. I'm going to head down.
I know. Sometimes people walk in and they say, wow, I didn't know this was here. And I wanted something nice for Karen Crow.
Nice.
Karen Crow deserves it.
They do. Karen Crow is probably one of my favorite cities in the whole USA.
Yeah.
And besides eating there, people can walk in and shop.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get candles, jewelry, creams.
Yeah, we have
monogrammed gifts. You've got baby things. You've got hats and
yeah, we do a lot of monogramming
of
baby items and purses and bags, and we have a loyalty program also that people can get points and get free items, and that's ongoing. And
did you make that up, or did you have somebody mark it for you?
Oh, I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
Just like thinking up things.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the fun things about business is that
it's my business,
right? Exactly, and owning the business there's no limits.
It's so
you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of my staff. My staff, they care like no other people I've ever worked worked with, and they come to me sometimes because they might identify a problem with someone that they didn't have to do, you know.
Yeah.
And the person probably would have never known the difference. But
they wanted
that's how
to do the
much they
right
care.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they know people by name when they walk in. They know about their lives. I mean, you know, they really are friends with our customers, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of the customers that come in, you know, not all, because we see a lot of new faces, but a lot of them I've been knowing a long time, and it's like family.
You've probably grown up with them, or
Right.
your family
Exactly.
knew them. That's what I love about Karen Crow. It's such a warm, friendly community.
Yeah.
And people even that maybe don't live there anymore, they're still connected when
Yeah.
you're there.
Yes, and
So-
they're always welcomed, and they're always made, you know, that's South Louisiana anyway,
I
but,
know,
you
yeah.
know, but Karen Crow is especially good at that. They welcome people in from wherever, because we do have people that come and to us that have come from out of state, and, you know.
How is that? How do they find you? Is it family connections or online? Or like, how
A
do you
lot
find
of times
people?
it's word of mouth. It's connections, and or they might they've seen our advertisements, and you know, in magazines, and I don't know. I do some radio advertising too.
You do? Do you advertise a lot as a small business person? Like, how do you get the word out about your business in a cost-effective way?
Well, I do radio advertising, and I do, and I write an article for 337 magazine, and I do advertising with magazine, you know, a couple of magazines, and word of mouth is really strong. It's really strong. That, and then Facebook, we have a Facebook page, and you know, my staff is they come to me with potential customers all the time, even when they meet people outside the business, and it just makes me so proud, because they love their job, and they want people to come, and they love taking care of people, and you know, so.
Right. Well, tell me a little bit more about your personal life, if we can. I know you've got 3 boys.
Right.
And your wedding anniversary is about to come up.
Well,
in September.
Yes, right.
You're married to
Terry Huval
with LUS.
Right.
And I was telling you before we started filming, Terry actually and his band donated Hay Rock, the show opening on Upper Lafayette on the Move. I heard it, and I really loved it. And Terry and his band gave us permission to use it through a master gratis agreement. I had to sign something to say that we wouldn't use it other than our show, but it's really a great song. He's so talented.
Yeah.
Did y'all meet through your boys? I mean, I know he's got a son that played football at STM, right?
Yeah,
or more
he
than
does. Well, he had one.
My daughter was in the, Andre?
Yeah.
Andre Huval.
Right,
He's 24 now, but my daughter went to school with him.
Yeah, they're the same age, right?
They are.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe your boys and Terry.
Well, Andre played at UL also, and so did my oldest son, Lance.
Is that how y'all met?
Yes, that's right.
And was it love at first sight, or
well,
was it more
no,
like?
Not really. We were friends,
stay over there,
just
you know?
friends for a long time, and then eventually it just kind of developed into more. But yeah, no, it was just friends for a while.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he
so
is.
generous.
Yes.
Time and community service, but
oh, he loves this community, no doubt.
I know he does.
He
and
really
he really
does.
has loved. He spoke at our last Upper Lafayette meeting, talking about the I-49 stuff. But he always gives time when he's asked.
Yeah.
So do y'all see each other much, or are you both busy working?
We see each other on weekends mostly.
That's it?
Yeah. No, a little bit in the evenings too. Sometimes, you know, we have
perfect
things.
marriage.
Yeah. That's right. But I have one that's about to graduate, my youngest son, and his youngest son is a junior at Lafayette High, and he's in the band, and so
he's not an athlete?
Nope, he's a musician. Terry's his second and third son are musicians.
So y'all both have 3 sons.
Right.
Wow, it's like the Brady Bunch.
I know.
But all boys.
And there's always something going on with 6 boys.
I've got 2 girls, and I think 6 boys might be easier than 2 girls, but we don't know.
Yeah. No, the boys are pretty easy for the most part, you know.
Yeah.
But there, you know, there's always something going on, either an athletic event or a musical event.
And then work. I mean, you get pulled a lot, both of you.
Right.
for travel and things.
But we wouldn't have it any other way. We love to be busy, you know, and doing things and interacting. It's fun. So.
Well, thanks for sharing that. Tell me about, if you don't mind, being a small business owner in a small town like Karen Crow. I mean, to me, when I drive into Karen Crow, I feel good. The streets are easy to get around. I think where you are located downtown, there's a lot around you. I mean, what is it like? Do you feel like it's different than it would be in the heart of Lafayette, or is it easier being in a small town? You know, what is it like?
I think it's easier. I drive up to work every day. I park, you know, not far from the door, and which, you know, having worked in Houston and a couple other cities, it has been different. But you know, Lafayette is it's a city with a small town atmosphere, but you know, Karen Crow it's easy access. You know, sometimes when I do go to Lafayette, you know, I get a little frustrated with traffic. I don't have to deal with that over here. Yeah.
Karen Crow is still pretty easy to get around.
Yeah, it is.
I think because of the roads are easy they're crossroads. We don't have, in Karen Crow, there's not a lot of, there's some loop-de-loop, but not as much as Lafayette maybe.
Yeah.
So
no,
it's
it's very easy. You know, and there's, you know, Karen Crow is such a pretty area too. You know, we have some rolling hills even, you know, and it's just such a nice place to be. And, you know, now we have major businesses coming out this way, and they see so
FedEx,
much potential.
Yeah, we just went to their, they had a grand opening, and that's really going to be a big, I think that's going to bring you a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
That's going to be several hundred people right by your place.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we hope so. We love servicing new people, and you know, outside of the business part of it, just meeting new people from different places. That's really fun, you know. And then we have great conversations in the coffee bar. You know, it's a good place to visit, and you know, so I'm hoping that, you know, that and other businesses coming to town is going to really help all of us, you know. And there's a couple of other new businesses downtown, Karen Crow now, Swanky's Restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Swanky's. And what about that Beaubassin? Where is that?
Cafe. It's across the street from the pharmacy, on the other side, of course. And
so that's going to bring in new traffic.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
And they'll find you.
Yeah.
They'll be walking around because it's so easy. Emily V's right there on the corner.
Right.
The pottery shop, and you've got the restaurants. Van Eaton is right there for people looking for homes. It's really a great area.
It is. And
situated there.
I think that, you know, the more, I think everything coming out on I-49 is helping, you know, the inner side of Karen Crow, and the more activity we have going, you know, I was glad to see the other new businesses coming downtown and being on the same street as us, because I think we're all going to help each other and
I think so.
Make it more of a little hub, hopefully.
And then you've got one last thing I want to bring in is the Karen Crow Farmers Market, Farmers and Artisans Market. And I think that starts this week. But you're probably going to get in a lot of people on weekends just coming in to look for fresh fruits, veggies, art, and other fun things. So
I'm excited about that. You know, that's going to be fun.
Well, tell me, for people that are watching, how can they get in touch with you? Like, is there a Facebook or a website, a phone number for your pharmacy? Where are you, if you can give kind of an idea of where you are and how people can reach you?
Okay, yeah, we're downtown Karen Crow, right in front of St. Peter's Church, and we're next to City Hall. The phone number is 337-896-3241, and our website is www.gthrifty.com. You can call us anytime. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, that's good. No, you did great. I just want to encourage people to go down there and wander in maybe on a weekday. Come looking for lunch, maybe do a little shopping. Wednesdays always seem to be good. I know Emily V's is open. People could go to the pottery shop, come into your place, get lunch or breakfast, and buy some things, or just look for gift items for graduates or little girls going through recitals. You've got all kinds of things. So.
Yeah, and we're open from 7:30 in the morning till 6 p.m.
Right. Well, I want to thank you, Cherie Gilbo. Huval. That's taken a little while for me to remember that. But I want to thank you not only for being here today, but for being my friend and being supportive of Upper Lafayette.
Well, thanks for all you do, Jan.
I'm really grateful.
Wow.
So, And I want to thank our guests too today that are watching the show. You can see this show and all of our shows at UpperLafayette.com, and this show will air probably the middle of May. It's going to be the second Thursday at 8:30 p.m. on AOC2, but all of our shows are on our website, so we encourage you to join us, and I want to thank you for watching another episode of Upper Lafayette on the Move. I'm Jan Swift.
Hey, rock, chaque fois le ben après jouer.